What's up, guys? It's your boy Zowoki back out with another movie review, and obviously from the thumbnail you guys can see we're going to be doing the review for Thor Love and Thunder. I definitely am excited to guys give you the review of this. This is going to be a non-spoiler / spoiler review. I'm going to do the beginning of the non-spoiler, and then right after that it's going to be the spoiler of the review. We're going to do it quick and painless, but with that being said, grab a chair, guys, and popcorn as we review this movie together of Thor Love and Thunder. Let's take a look. If you guys are new to my channel, or if you guys are returning and have not subscribed yet, make sure you guys subscribe down below by hitting that red bar icon down at the bottom right. Smack that bell icon next to it so I do post videos like this one. You'll get that little ring notification that Zowoki myself has posted that video. And then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you guys so very much for the continued support you show on this channel every single day. Keep doing what you guys are doing. Tell the friends and the family, and we'll keep on growing in 2022. But that being said, we're here for Thor Love and Thunder. I will definitely let you know when the spoiler is coming, so you guys do not get spoiled, okay? So right off the bat, Love and Thunder, I was definitely a little hesitant about coming into it and getting or going to see it. I never went to Eternals. I didn't feel like I wanted to go to Eternals, and I didn't. I'm glad I didn't, because it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Now, Love and Thunder, or Thor Love and Thunder, I was kind of on the same boat about this one. I definitely love Thor as a superhero. Chris Hemsworth, I definitely love as an actor as well. But I was iffy about it. So what happened is, obviously, I went to go see it tonight, and definitely I thought it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It definitely had its corny moments. I think it might have had too much corny moments. I thought there was going to be a little bit more serious. There are serious moments in this, of course. I just didn't think it would be more corny. I definitely loved that Jane Foster had returned. Obviously, we see her as Mighty Thor, Lady Thor, or whatever have you. But the way that she got the abilities, I'll definitely tell you in a second. But the way it flowed within that 2 hours span of watching it, it was definitely fluid. I think there was things that could have been taken out, but the battle scenes were awesome. The fighting scenes, they definitely were pretty decent. The problem with it nowadays is a lot of people are like on the fence about watching these Marvel movies or think they suck, because we have been given Infinity War, we've been given Endgame, we have No Way Home, and now we're putting all these Marvel movies on this pedestal of complete perfection, which sometimes you have to have these smaller movie Marvel ones to build up to the next best thing. And I don't think a lot of people are liking that. That's why Thor Love and Thunder, I think people wanted it to be up here when it's in the middle. It's not down here. It's in the middle part kind of thing. Overall, I would give this, without spoilers, I would give this a solid 7 to 7.5 range for the movie. I definitely didn't think it sucked. I think it's a movie that I'll watch once or twice. Not like I would watch over and over like I'd have an Endgame or Infinity War or Spider-Man No Way Home or Iron Man 3, 2, 1, whatever have you. Those kind of movies I've watched multiple times and will continue. But when it comes to like Thor, The Dark World, this one, Captain Marvel, nothing against the movies. It didn't spark the interest in me like the other movies hit that have been in the world of Marvel. Now, spoiler warning, you have been warned. I'm going to continue the review with spoilers. So if you guys don't want to watch the spoilers, go away, come back when you guys have watched it, and come back. So, 3, 2, 1. You've been warned. So now that we have Lady Thor has gotten her powers finally, which I was like, there's different variations. Finally, we see that Thor put a little bug into Mjolnir's ears, stating that, please, Mjolnir, watch over Jane if anything ever happened to him. So obviously with her getting cancer, unfortunately, cancer had stage 4 into Jane Foster's body. She thought that possibly she would be able to use the mighty Thor hammer because Mjolnir was calling to her, because he or she was trying to protect Jane Foster from what is happening to her. So Mjolnir was calling for Jane Foster. Jane Foster found Mjolnir and put him or her back together, and Mjolnir was now with mighty Thor. Now when Thor comes in the picture, he's pretty much to the fact like, how is this possible? How'd this work? And then you get that flashback of their togetherness and their struggle, kind of why we heard in Age of Ultron why they weren't together at the moment, because they broke up and stuff like that. So this is kind of like a lead up to Age of Ultron, why we don't see Jane Foster and Thor, or why we didn't see Pepper and Tony for a little bit, because they were working out their issues as well. But at the end, they did come together. But then jealousy struck with Thor. He obviously was a little upset that Mjolnir has gone to a new Thor while still wielding the Stormbreaker, which can wield the Bifrost. He still wanted to know if he was worthy of Mjolnir. And then he did his little testing and stuff like that and picked it back up. So he was definitely a lot happier knowing that Mjolnir didn't forget about him. He just was protecting Jane Foster, like he said. But overall, again, the villain himself, played by Christian Bale, playing Gorr, I definitely think it was a great villain. I just think I don't know. There's other villains that could have been in place, but obviously with Gorr being the God Butcher, kills gods for a living, uses the sword or whatever. But we see him getting killed off at the end. But because he sacrificed himself for this wish from the eternal place, the Eternals, no, the Infinity, I can't remember what the place is called. He goes there and he can have a wish granted for him. And obviously Thor was going to think that he was going to take out all gods possible, but instead brought his daughter back that died in the beginning of the movie. That's why Christian Bale was pissed off with all the gods, because he worshipped the gods to save his daughter, and his daughter ended up dying. So now they flipped it where Gorr has passed on and his daughter had come back, which Thor picks up as his niece daughter to raise. I know a lot about Marvel, but I'm not knowing about this character as much, so I'll definitely be looking into Gorr's daughter, her abilities and sort of like that as well, because she's able to wield Stormbreaker. At the end of the movie, you're able to see that. Jane Foster ends up dying due to her circumstances with cancer, and finding out Mjolnir was actually speeding up the process, or not making things better, but possibly worse. So every single time that she was using the abilities of Thor, it was actually taking part of her away. So last but not least, to save Thor, Odin's son, Lady Thor, Mighty Thor, came and saved the day at the last minute, broke the Thor, or the sword that Gorr was wielding, and destroyed it. And then obviously Jane Foster had come to her death. I'm trying to find the words. And then of course Gorr died as well. And then we see Thor and Thors Daughter. Again, I would still say it's a good solid 7.5 to 8. I'd say 7.5. There is 2 post-credit scenes, or two end credit scenes, one before, one after, obviously. The one before, obviously, great, fantastic. We see Zeus not dead, because apparently he still didn't die from his circumstances of his lightning bolt that Thor threw at him. But he gets ready to state that Hercules is going to go after Thor. That cutscene. Then we see the last one at the end with Lady Thor. She's back coming together as she dissipated as a god would, like Odin's son. And she's looking around. It's all bright. It's like almost heaven for them, obviously, which is Valhalla. And then we see Heimdall. Heimdall comes out of the work and says, "Hello, Jane Foster. Welcome to Valhalla." And you see Valhalla. So she's died as a god. She goes to Valhalla, where Heimdall is as well. I was hoping to see Thor's father, Odin, which would have been kind of cool. But we got Heimdall, which we saw last, getting skewered by Thanos on Infinity War. So, again, overall, great movie. I definitely enjoyed it. But it's not up there with the Marvel movies, but it's at a 7.5. So, again, comment down below you guys' thoughts down below. Do not spoil it for anybody in there. I want them to watch this and get a non-spoiler to spoiler version. So don't spoil it. Just say if you liked it, loved it, whatever. And it did say at the end, Thor will return again. So maybe Thor 5 or the Young Avengers or Avengers 4. Who knows? Not Avengers 4. It'll be Avengers 5 because we have an Infinity War and then Endgame, Age of Ultron, and then Avengers. So this would be Avengers 5, which we'll see in the future when it comes. It seems like the next movie also will be Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, which will be coming out in November 11th. And then we obviously got the TV shows, which we have She-Hulk, which I'm not too hyped about because she just looks like a character from Shrek. I guess we'll see what happens. And then I don't think there's any more movies besides Black Panther that's coming up. But obviously on this channel, you guys will see all the trailer reactions, the reviews, the nerdiness and everything on this channel. And make sure you guys subscribe with the notifications turned on. So when I do post that video, you'll be the first to know. Like the video, helps out the channel immensely. And we'll see you guys in the next one. So keep it real, keep it safe. And as always, keep nerding on. I will see you guys next time. Peace.